Lady of the Republic, Lord Dina Mahama, she was visibly broken. You could see that. She had to be in the bosom of the Chief of Staff, Julius Deborah, as she couldn't bear the pain. She stood for a moment. She paused. She looked at the pictures. She went back. She couldn't even take the bouquet of flowers to lay them. Her children had to come comfort her. And that's not the only scene we have seen since we came here this morning. We have had a lot of dignitaries come here. We have had some Ghanaians also come here, all to lay the wreath. They come, they bow, they lay the wreath, they shake their heads, they shed a tear. They nod their heads, they leave very sad and quiet. That's what has been happening here at the forecourt of the Jubilee House. We had the Australian ambassador coming over. We had representatives from the prophetic movement in Ghana. It was led by Prophet Nyagel Gezi as well as Prophet Prempe. We also had the Minister of Digitalization and Communications, Sam George. He came here a while ago and he also shed a tear. He couldn't just control himself. Very sad. We have had members of the Council of State. Alhaji Mahama Idrisi was here. He urged the country to unite in peace, to unite as we all mourn the dead. We had delegation of ambassadors here. We had the Honorable Mohammed Adams, who is the MP for Sisala West and Deputy Minister for Digitalization, Technology and Innovations. And then we also saw the Chief of Staff earlier with the First Lady, as you just saw. We saw the leader for the movement of change, Honorable Alan Tremartin. He came with some of his dignitaries, some of his officers. He also asked that we all mourn together. Let's sympathize with those who have lost their lives and also with the families of those who have lost their lives. There was a prayer by one of the pastors who came around. He prayed for the President of the Republic of Ghana, bearing in mind the grief that he will be going through at this moment. We had representatives from the NDC branch in China. We had Dr. Mary Ewusi. She came from the Free Zones Authority. We had officials of the National Disaster Management Organization. And as we all know, Samuel Abuaje was the acting deputy director at the NADMO. He was in charge of relief and protocol. And his members were here, and they spoke to us as well. We had Prophet Bedukobi. We had Prophet Kumchacha come here. Ni Amasana Mwale, who is the ambassador designate for Brazil, was also here. We had the chairman of the GCB, newly appointed chairman of the GCB, Professor Joshua Alabi. We had members of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, led by Dr. Chris Anan Nunu. We had the sales and marketing manager of Chimico Limited, and they promised to support government with everything, every preparation needed for the funeral. We had the representatives from the Millennium Excellence Foundation. We had president of the group Indum, Dr. Nanakweku Indum, and representatives coming here. And we had a lot of other security personnel also here, those from the Fire Service, Immigration Controller General, and the Prison Service. They also prayed for the families of the bereaved. They asked that we pray for them as well. They are widows, they are widowers, they are siblings, they are children of the dead. And they are asking that we pray for them at this time. We had delegation from the German embassy as well. And we had the Chargé d'Affaires, Irene Toller. We had Director General of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, Professor Amin Al-Hassan. He was here, also spoke to us. And I must say that earlier we also had the GJA represented here, the Ghana Journalists Association. The President, Albert Dumfor, was here. He also, apart from talking about we sympathizing with the 8 who are here, he also talked about sympathizing with the children who died and were buried last week. He also asked for a responsible reportage. The Narcotics Control Board, the Director General, Brigadier General Maxwell Mate, was here. We had the European Union also represented here by Jonas Clare. And then I told you earlier we had the chairman of the Council of Elders for the NDC, Alhaji Mahama Idrisu. We also had some representatives from the NDC also here. The DVLA CEO was here, IPMC CEO. Now, he gave an interesting story. He said that he actually met Dr. Omane Boama last week. There was some arrangements for them to meet this week, and we have heard that a lot today. A lot of people said, oh, I just spoke to him last week. I just spoke to them last week. I just spoke to them days ago. I just spoke to them hours ago. But they are no more. All meetings will be no more. We also had earlier, right in the morning, we had the acting Chief Justice, Paul Bafoboni, Justice Paul Bafoboni. He talked about the nation, all of them, unison, one word. Let's all mourn the dead in unity. So these are the flowers, these are the wreath that has been laid here today. We have from the Fair Wages Commission, a lot of them all over here. And some of them have been lightening the candles as well. We can see the airports company. We have from Together We Can to the families of our fallen heroes. This is from Pressure Group for JDM. We have the Accidents Victims Support Foundation here. We have the Securities and Exchange Commission. We have the Royal Norwegian Embassy here, Forestry Commission, lots and lots of them. I must tell you that there are 2 of these billboards. There's another one also mounted at the other side, the opposite side, and some representatives are also there. We are told that the Ivorian president will be coming here around in the next 2-3 hours. We know that Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, the foreign affairs minister, will also be coming to lay his wreath. He's actually at the other side, and so we will cross over. My colleague Maxwell Agbagba has just arrived here, so we will cross over to him. He will also speak to us because Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, the Minister for Foreign Affairs, is also here. Some other representatives from governments, from governments, from the public, from the NDC, the MPP, all other parties, a lot of people from the public are all here. Just come, they come and lay their wreath, they light the candle, they shed a tear, and that's the moving aspect of it here. The First Lady actually brought everybody to tears here. She stood, she watched Dr. Edward Kofi Omanebo, Minister for Defense. Then she watched Minister for Environment, Science and Technology, Dr. Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed. And then she moved over to Alhaji Muniru Mohammed, Acting Deputy National Coordinator, Security Coordinator. Then she went to Dr. Samuel Sapon. She was just looking at them, crying. Samuel Abuaje, Acting Deputy Director General Odnadmo, Squadron Leader Peter Bamefi Anala, Flying Officer Manichum Ampedu, and then Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensah. She just looked at them and broke down. And as you can see, lots more people are coming here to lay their wreath. Hello, sir. What's your name? Can we speak live to you on Joy News? You are okay. So he just laid a wreath in front of Dr. Omanebo, and he will not speak to us, possibly because some of them say they have no words. They have no words. They can't explain. What else will they say? They have no words. That's what they keep saying. And so we have been seeing a lot of them since morning. And I don't know whether my cameraman can just shoot across, because there's another of this board, the same thing, the replica at the other side. And we have some more government representatives also there. We will cross over to that place shortly because we have some more personalities that we can speak to. And so we will probably come to the studio and cross over where we have the Foreign Affairs Minister, and then we are also expecting some more dignitaries there.
Sometime around 9 p.m., 10 p.m., we still had some mourners who were coming here to lay their own grave, and then pay respects to the 8 departed, souls. And one of the things that struck me, 2 ladies who I spoke to here, they had no personal connection, familiar relationship or whatsoever, with any of the persons, here.
Okay,
but
so we have to move away, but we are waiting for some representatives coming over, and Maxwell will continue. When they come, we can see the Minister for Digitalization, Communication. We can see the Chief of Staff coming over. We can see Dr. Mauduba. Oh, yes, okay. So we see the Vice President of the MPP coming over. We can see the flag bearer. We can see the flag bearer of the MPP, Dr. Baumia here. You can see the Chief of Staff, Deputy Chief of Staff, Nana Oyebampo Ado. We can see Nanaya Jantwa. Akosia Melu is also here. Dr. Baumia has just arrived here. He's going to receive the wreath. Dr. Baumia is here, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. He's here with Adjoa Safo Akosua Menu, Kojo Pong Kroma. They have just arrived here. He has received the wreath. He's going to lay it. That's Dr. Baumia. He's laying the wreath. He just put it on the grass, right in front of Alhaji Muniru Mohammed, of course, for all the aid. The 2024 flag bearer of the MPP, Dr. Baumia, has just laid a wreath on behalf of the MPP, and we'll try and go over to speak to him. He was here with some dignitaries from the MPP. We can see the Chief of Staff interacting with him. We can see the Nanaya Janswa, Marietta Brew. They are having some tete-a-tete. We have the Deputy Chief of Staff. Kojo Pong Kroma is speaking to Dr. Baumia. Oh, fortunately, they wouldn't speak to us. We're trying to get him to speak to us very briefly. He's just about to
Calm down, guys. Calm down. Okay, His Excellency, I mean, we know why you are here. Tell us, how does this grief come to you?
Well, I think the grief comes to all Ghanaians. This is not just me. It is not the NGC. It is not. It's all of us. This is a national tragedy. 8 public officials on official duty. So they were in the service of this country. And they had this tragic accident. And they all lost their lives. Ghana is in mourning. And so this morning I took the opportunity to visit some of the families, at least of 3 of the victims. And I will continue tomorrow to complete that exercise. So this is personal to all Ghanaians, and we just want to extend my condolences to the government, to His Excellency the President of the Republic, John Dramani Mahama, and the government. I also want to extend my condolences to the Ghana Armed Forces who have lost very gallant soldiers in this process. I want to extend my condolences to the families of all those who died in this accident. It's very, very painful loss. Ghana has lost just a tremendous amount from this particular tragedy. And this is why I'm here to lay a wreath to express my condolences. Thank you.
Before you go, are we going to see full participation from you, your delegation, the MPP, in the burial process?
Oh, well, you can expect it. I mean, this is not a partisan issue. It's not a partisan issue. This is a national tragedy. And regardless of, you should expect full participation because it is our national duty to fully participate. Thank you very much.
We had the 2024 flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party. That is Dr. Bawumia. He just spoke to us. He said the MPP is going to fully participate in every arrangement towards the funeral of the 8th. And my colleague Maxwell Agbagba is still here with me. Maxwell was telling us about how it was last night. Maxwell, I mean, we just heard from Dr. Bawumia. He has promised us that we are going to see the full participation of the MPP in the preparation and funeral of the 8th. What else did you hear him say?
Well, I was having interactions with other people here, other mourners who have also come here to lay wreath and lay their flowers as well. But there's one thing that we can all see here clearly. It's a nation that is mourning. Together we've come, we are united in grief. In fact, President Mahama in his speech yesterday talked about, we share a lot of things, but now we share the same sorrows, as well. So it's good that, we have the NPP here, and of course, they are side in Parliament and released a statement, some days ago. We've seen Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia visiting the homes of some of the victims, and we've seen the high-powered delegation that he led here. This is a time for national reflection. A lot of people I've been talking to here are saying that it's a time for national reflection. It's a time for us to come together, as a people, and that's what we've seen, so far, here, irrespective of your political affiliation, irrespective of where you belong. I mean, religion, tribe, we are all united in grief, at this point. Just some minutes ago.
And I must say that, I'll come back to you. I must say that what you have just said is the chorus that we have heard from morning till now. Yeah. Almost all those who come here, regardless of your background, be it religious, political, they all ask for unity at this time. Yeah. Not to politicize this particular incident.
Yeah, and it was part of the president's
speech. Do you think
speech.
that it will be the same after we have had the funeral and everything?
Well, I just want to remain optimistic that this will not be, this togetherness, this sense of unity will not just be a night-day wonder. But there's one thing that I'm happy about anytime, we have our differences and people make their points in this country forcefully. When you are behind, you sometimes see a nation that is divided, that is polarized, but events, tragedies,
brings us together.
Yeah, have a way of bringing all of us, together, just like we are seeing now. I'm hoping that it wouldn't be a 90 wonder. It will continue for a very long time.
You have been following the president right from campaign through to presidency. Yesterday you saw him.
Yeah.
You saw the chief of staff. Today you have seen some more dignitaries. Have you ever seen them this way?
I don't remember. Well, I'm trying to recollect now, but I don't remember, seeing the president like openly, wipe tears from his eyes. It's the same for the chief of staff.
Yeah.
Never seen them openly, crying.
Yeah.
But that happened here yesterday. And it wasn't just them. All the mourners, many of the mourners who came here yesterday shed tears. So what I was saying yesterday is, you see the ceremonial gardens?
Yeah.
Yesterday, it soaked more tears than the water that is used to water, that's used to water the grass here. It was an emotional moment for a lot of people. Personally, also, it was an emotional moment. Personally, also, it was an emotional moment for me, especially because just hours before the crash happened, I saw Dr. Omane Boamah, the former defense minister. So we were at the African, let me say 24 hours to the incident, because the incident happened on Tuesday. And on Monday, there was the African Health Sovereignty Summit, at the Kempinski Hotel. He was there, he was present, together with Phyllis Ofusukwachi and other top government, appointees. And occasionally, intermittently, they were having conversations, And I met him at a point in the lobby, said hi to him, we had brief interaction, and to hear just about 24 hours later that this passed on, was a quite sad one for me. Here at the Jubilee House, every 3 months there's a quarterly change of guards here. Yeah, so I think it was on the 21st July. We had the 44th guard changing ceremony here. He was present. The defense minister was present. And I remember on the 7th of July when they had it was on the 7th of July was the 44th guard changing ceremony. The 21st July was the government accountability series. It's been happening here at the presidency, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So on the 21st July, he took his stand, and he laid bare his vision for the Ghana Armed Forces.
Yeah.
He talked about a lot of things. He talked about accommodation deficit for the Ghana Armed Forces. He talked about the debts that they inherited. He talked about how they are retooling the security. Exactly. They are retooling the security agencies with 1 billion Ghana cedis, and he was hopeful and optimistic that the needs of the security agencies will be provided to make them more effective, in combating crime, in protecting this country against terrorism and all of that. So just doing a playback of all those happenings, and
looks like you saw him a lot of times just before his passing. But the last memory was at the Health Sovereignty, Kempinski.
At the Kempinski Hotel.
And so it keeps playing in your mind.
Exactly. That was on Monday, and then he passed on. He died on Tuesday? The crash was on Tuesday, right? Wednesday. It was on Wednesday. Okay.
2 days.
Yeah.
2 days now.
Yeah. I mean, I've lost. My memory is a bit hazy on a lot of things right now.
You are with them most of the time.
So you can imagine the enormity of the grief and the sorrow that a lot of the people are going through.
Those who worked closely with them.
Exactly.
And the family members.
Exactly. Just some minutes ago, we saw some George. He left here just minutes ago. He was inconsolable. I saw people holding him.
Yeah.
They just moved him away from this place.
And he's been writing a lot on Facebook about this death.
Exactly. He's been writing a lot about how he was his bosom friend,
Sharing lots of pictures.
Sharing a lot of pictures and all of that. It seems what we can only do now is to regurgitate, the past memories. It looks like we're never going to have that opportunity, again, even as media people, to interview Dr. Omane Boamah. So it's a sad one. It's a sad one. And
let's talk about Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed. He was in the studios of Joy News not long ago for AM show. He also laid his vision with Sweetie Abochi and Brace. And there he is. Yesterday I was watching it and I said, so is he really gone? We look at Alhaji Muniru Mohammed.
It's his birthday today.
It's his birthday today.
Yeah, you worked on that report. Yeah. So yesterday...
59 years today.
Yeah, yesterday in the evening, we did a live from this ceremonial ground. Just when we finished, I had 3 people messaging me that today will be Alhaji Muniru Mohammed's birthday.
Yeah.
59th birthday, and he's no longer here. with us, Samuel Abuaji. Samuel Abuaji, the Acting Director General of NADMO. On the campaign trail last year, in the heat of the campaign, then candidate John Mahama, crisscrossed the length and breadth of this country.
With you.
And, the other colleagues from other media houses. And we were in his constituency. It's the energy and the ability to pull things together. I remember. Okay, so we just had an alert that the inspector.
The IGP is here, so we may just have to cross over. Yeah, you were. Whilst we cross over, you were talking about Maxwell was talking about. We are crossing over to the other side. We told you earlier that there is another podium where the wreaths are being laid, the candles are being lit, and the Inspector General of Police is coming over. Maxwell Agbagba is still here with me. We were talking about the 8th. He was talking about Samuel Abuaji, the energy that he exuded while on the campaign trail. We are crossing over to where the Inspector General of Police will be laying the wreath. And we've been here since morning. We have been seeing dignitaries. We saw the First Lady of the Republic of Ghana, Lordina Mahama. She couldn't say a word. She just even couldn't hold a wreath. So we have just crossed over to the other side. I mean, there are 2 of these podiums. And we have just crossed over because we are waiting for the Inspector General of Police. This is another session. We have some more dignitaries here. Maxwell is still here. He was talking about Samuel Abuaji whilst we wait for the IGP. I've just been informed that the Inspector General of Police is coming over. And so we are waiting. I'm here with the digital team. Jacqueline is also here. Jacqueline has been interviewing some more personalities. Jacqueline has been interviewing some more personalities today, and she's going to tell us about some of those that she's spoken to. Who are some of the people that you've spoken to today?
Well, Hannah, the foreign minister was here, Okudzeto Ablakwa, and you could see that he was sad. He didn't have much words. All he spoke about was the fondest memories that he shared with, especially the ministers. To be precise, Dr. Omane Boama sharing some fondest memories, some conversations that he had. Even just last week, he had a meeting with him, sharing all that. It was quite teary. But amidst all, whatever thing that happens, most of them would say that they give thanks to the Lord because they don't know it's actually God that plans. But also, apart from that, we also spoke to the pastors earlier. We saw Nigel Gazy, we saw Kum Chacha earlier. And yeah, they came to also share. So Nigel said he actually had close relationship with the departed ministers, and he had actually been speaking to them more often. But then he's been praying for their souls, and all that. We've also been speaking to some students. Earlier I spoke to students from Unimac IJ, the team students. They are leaders, and they used to have, especially with Dr. Mutala, they used to have close relationship with him, conversations with him, and all that. And it's actually a big loss, a big blow to them all, these young student leaders, and everyone that keeps coming here, everyone that comes here, everyone that gets to this very premises. It's a mixture of sadness. They're actually out of words. So sometimes it's very difficult when you are interviewing them and when you are talking to them, because
trying to get something out of
yes. Most times they just want to get to say something to the camera, but it's just difficult. It's just hard for them to find the exact words to say to we the media in here.
Did you see the First Lady?
I did. I wasn't actually expecting that heartbreaking moment as soon as she entered. Once she got here and once she saw the images that we see right behind us, she just broke down. We could see videos, especially on social media, where the chief of staff had to console her and hug her. But then she still came forward. Amidst it all, threw it out. Once she got here, she still couldn't control her tears. It took her children, even when her children were consoling her, it was still difficult for her. So we'll say that everybody that has been here, friends, family, political acquaintances, everybody, it's been such a sorrowful moment, even for us, Anna. It's tough and it's hard.
I saw the First Lady. I was hoping she would be okay and take the with, only for me to see that she couldn't. She was walked over to where the pictures were. She still couldn't, and then the officers had to lay the wreath on her behalf. I could see the tears running down my cheeks as well. I was like, I'm also crying. And so Jackie has been speaking to lots of these personalities. Like she said, Nyagel Geze was here, Kumchacha was here. We've had some more of them. And we have been told that the IGP is also coming. Jackie, yesterday you and I were talking about some of the officers, very young. One of them you have read on social media, just married last month.
Yes, I was surprised to see the pictures, and I don't know if it's true. There's another one that I saw where I think I saw him with a picture. No, it wasn't a picture rather, but then there was a blurb that I saw underneath the post, the caption, which said that he recently he gave birth and his wife is in London. He just resumed from.
That's Anala, squadron leader Peter Anala. His brother told us about what you're just saying. He has a 2-month-old baby, and the wife is in the UK. He buried.
He resumed. He went on leave. He just resumed, and his first day of work, he's supposed to go on a national assignment, and this happens to him. You know, even apart from everybody, yesterday, I don't know if you saw the video of the AG. Whilst we were speaking to him, I was just by his side, and you could see drop of tears, you know, because he was in dark shades. You could see these teardrops, and it was very emotional. If anyone saw the video there, I couldn't even continue asking any question. All I asked was his fondest memories of the ministers. I was at Mutala's house, and it was just that of tears, especially she was sobbing and all that, and it was sad. Everybody, especially all the majority members that came around to the house, that was the emotions that they all showed yesterday.
Quite sad, because you have also been in the thick and thin of this. Maxwell Agbagba, our presidential affairs correspondent, will also join us very soon. It's been quite emotional because Jackie has been there right from the beginning. I also worked on some reports, and so seeing the pictures here, it's quite sad knowing that I keep asking, just as everybody here keeps asking Jackie, is it true? Maxwell was saying the same. Is it true? Are they really gone? And that's what a lot of the people who come here say. And then, so we will hand over to the Presidential Affairs correspondent, Maxwell Agbagba, whilst we wait for the Inspector General of Police. And we know that Maxwell was trying to tell us about some of the officers. Hello, come over, Maxwell. Come over, Maxwell. So our Presidential Affairs correspondent, Maxwell Agbagba, is taking over from here. And then we are awaiting the IGP. Take over, Master.
Thank you, Anna. So we're still here at the Ceremonial Gardens here at the Jubilee House, where we have scores of mourners coming here to pay their last respects to our 8 heroes who died some days ago. Many of them are holding flowers, some are holding wreaths, and they are laying them here. We had indication that the Inspector General of Police should be arriving here shortly, and preparations are underway to get his convoy to come through. Okay. Mr. Austin Gami, now about to lay his wreath, and we'll be speaking to him. Good afternoon, Mr. Gami.
Afternoon.
Not the right time to ask how you're doing. First of all, I want to understand how you heard this news.
Well, very early in the morning, I was trying to engage people about how we can get on with our life. And as I was turning around to prepare to come to Accra, my colleagues called me and said, something is happening. I said, what's happening? When I turned around, I heard the bad news, so to say, and I felt this was a thunderbolt in the life of the whole Ghana, especially the president and that of his team, and indeed the NDC. And so I could not get back to Accra again. I have to sit back, and for the whole day I could not even eat. And now here we are, confronted with this situation. But so is life. So we shall overcome the hard way though. And it came as a shock, but it has happened. So we are trying to put ourselves together to continue and soldier on and do what they should have been doing and help. So we leave a good legacy for them. It's quite a sad situation. I take the opportunity to wish all of them a safe journey, and also to say that the families they've left behind should be strong. The presidency and his team, all of them be strong. Thank God.
Thank you. Thank you. You just heard from Mr. Austin Gami. Now we have Mr. George Sepayanki, former CEO of Ghana Gas.
Thank you very much. Yesterday was a very sad day for this country. What happened was a very deep wound in the body politic of Ghana. It's a great loss, a tragic loss to the state, to the government, to His Excellency President Mahama and the government and the people of this country, and especially also to the family of these respected, gallant young men. These are very intelligent guys who have supported this government to achieve the results that we have achieved so far, and their loss is so unfortunate. The country is mourning, is going to mourn for a very long time. But these are souls that will be difficult to replace. And I hope that our police and government and the government will ensure that the only legacy that they can give to this country, is to ensure that this country is put in a better condition before we came to inherit it. And that will be the greatest legacy and tribute to the heroes that we lost yesterday. I pray that their soul rest in peace, and I extend my condolences to the family of the deceased, to the government and the people of this country. So I pray that God will give their souls safe repose, and I know that one day we shall all meet in heaven. I thank you.
What are your fondest memories of Dr. Manibu Murtala Muhammad? Any fondest memories?
Look, these are very humble guys, very friendly, very intelligent, and they really were just killing themselves for this country. These are guys that are going to lose forever. They were very good, intelligent, and humble. One of them a very humble guy, so he said Murtala, and they are very bright chaps. And so it's a big loss to this country, and we are all saddened by their loss. Thank you.
Thank you. So you just had there Mr. George Sipa Yankee, who is the former CEO of Ghana, who's the former CEO of Ghana Gas. We still have more mourners arriving here on the ground. Just some minutes ago, the EIB group also laid a wreath here. More people are arriving. The Inspector General of Police, COP Tete Yohonu, about to lay his flowers here. So, we're hoping that everyone is. So there's a police hierarchy here at the ceremonial gardens at the Jubilee House. Inspector General Tete Yohonu there in your shot. We'll try and get some words from him after he's done.
This tragic incident that happened a few days ago.
Thank you very much. This is really very sad news. We were all working in the office when we heard this news of this tragic incident that occurred on Obuasi Road. It is a big national loss, and the whole country, and especially my people in the Ghana Police Service, we are highly concerned, and all that we are saying is that we wish the bereaved families, we wish the entire nation our condolences, and I hope that God will protect the families of this, our beloved gallant leaders of this country who lost their lives. God will protect them, protect their souls, and also protect their families in this difficult time. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, so we just have the Inspector General.
Thank you very much.
IGP Tete Yohonu there. He came with members, senior members of the Ghana Police Service. We also have Neil and Vanderpoy here. Drip boss Neil and Vanderpoy is also here. Let's get some words from him.
All of us, as a country, this is too much for us. Even one is too much. I can't believe my brother, my friend Murtala, of all people, a very pious Muslim, will die in such a manner. It's not just about the death, but the manner in which they died is what is hurting people like us. If they had died sleeping or in any other form, I'm fine. But this one is just too hard. I'm imagining the pain they may have gone through, the trauma they have gone through when they were seeing the helicopter struggling, and then the crash, and then the fire. It's unimaginable. No human being should die that way, and not when people are in the line of duty for the development of this country. And I think as it's also a lesson to all of us, human beings, you know. We are nobody. We are nobody. We must do what we can in this earth because we don't know tomorrow. Every day of your life, just thank God. Because I think if Abuaji knew he was going to die, somebody expected to leave for the US to go and see the wife and children, no, he wouldn't have gone. But it didn't happen. So we give thanks to God, we give praise to him in all things. We thank him. But we will plead that God spares us such a tragedy again as a country.
Mr. Nilan Vanderpool, we want to speak to you on Joy News. We're live on Joy News. You were telling us about Abuaji, one of the victims. We'll try and get more words from Mr. Nilan Vanderpool. We're live on Joy News. You were telling us about Samuel Abuaji.
Yeah.
You said he was supposed to travel to the US?
Yes, next week he's supposed to travel to go and visit the wife and the child. You know, and we were planning because she was supposed to take some parcels to my daughter.
Your daughter in the US?
Yes. My daughter and Abuaji the same age. And Abuaji doesn't call me honorable, he calls me daddy. And recently, as recent as when we're approving of the DCs, MMDCs, he was having problem with the approval office. He didn't call anyone. I was the only person he called. And I went and delivered. And just last week, we went together. I'll show you the pictures. Just last week, together, we went for a funeral. We went to Nana Kwekudri Akokosohine's funeral in Kumasi. And
this was last week?
Just last week, you know, and I don't know, but if Abuaji knew he was going to die, he should have told me. Because I never expected Abuaji to die and die this young. Abuaji is burgeoning and promising young man, you know, and very promising and very respectful. Very respectful young man. And he was somebody. Look, that's some of the picture. That's the picture we took.
Yeah,
that's him.
Yeah, this was taken on the 6th August.
That's him.
6th August at 6:19 p.m.
We went to a funeral in Kumasi together. In fact, in Kumasi, he got his mother-in-law to cook fufu for us in the morning. Yeah. We ate before going for the funeral. Look, this is the video of the funeral. Yeah. We went together.
Yeah. So this was also on the 6th August at 3:11 recorded.
Yes.
At 3:11.
Yeah, we went to a funeral in Kumasi together. That's me and that's him. So
I know you work closely also with Dr. Manibuama,
yes,
and then
since
Mutala
2007.
Mutala Muhammad.
On the CJA. Yeah. Kwesi Pratt, Omanibuama were the operations guys for the CJA. We worked together, and Samuel Kujoto Blakwa. They were some of our young brothers we work with, and since then Kofi has been he like almost everything medical is the one I consult. He's so very close. He comes to my house. He invites me to the house. We work together. These elections, I was with him together working in Ashanti region. The day before the elections, we met the agents in Kumasi together. We discussed issues with them, the operational issues. We came back to Accra in the evening. Me and Kofi Manibuama, we have that. He calls me senior brother, and we have that relationship. As for Mutala, I can't say it because me and Mutala is like family. Only a war was dividing us when we were living together in cantonments. My children go to his house. His children comes to my house. We eat together. We do everything. Just last month, he traveled to Turkey. He came back. He bought a perfume and gave it to me. He said, "Look, go and give it to my wife. Oh, don't go and give it to your girlfriend." You know, and that's how we are. Very, very close. In fact, then in Parliament, me, Bawa, Muntala, Yusuf, Suleimana, and Snogbe, ABA Fuseni. We contrive and conspire together. You know, everything about the backbench and everything. So, and Muniru.
It's his birthday today. Alhaji Muniru. It's his birthday today.
Yeah, and it's sad. It's sad.
I can understand how you feel, but are there any lessons to be learned in all of these?
What we should learn is that human beings, we are nothing. If you get up in the morning, we thank God. Because I don't think any of them anticipated this. Abuaji called me the night before and said, there's this program in Obuasi, he wants us to go together, me, Edekwati, and him. That we should, I'm the one who always does not get up early, so I should sleep early and get up 4 a.m. We shall drive to Obuasi. So I asked my wife to wake me up. Unfortunately, he didn't call. Then normally we drive through the Central Region Road. Now we are going to Obuasi. We don't go through Kumasi. We always go through Mankesim. So I was expecting that he will come to my house and then we'll go together. He didn't come. Then we had a call. Eddie called and said, Abuaji said he will want to go with the heli. So we wish him well. We didn't know this was going to happen. It's unimaginable. No.
It's a moment of unimaginable sorrow and grief for everyone. If you had the opportunity to speak to the family members of these 8 persons, what would you want to tell them?
I would just tell them to be strong. God knows best. And that the Lord certainly will console them. The Lord will take care of them. All of them have younger children. It's the children I will talk about. The only thing I will say is that as a party, as a government, we should never forget the children of these gentlemen. We should take upon ourselves to make sure we give them the best support they will have gotten if their parents were alive. This is just too much. I have not been able to sleep. I'm having serious headache. I don't know, because I never imagined we shall have a disaster of this proportion. This is unbelievable. It's naturally unexpected, bro. It's bad. It's bad, and I don't think I don't think anyone in this country, no matter what your beliefs are, will not be affected by this. All of us. I know all of you standing here with even your tripods and your microphones. You are all affected. So you should imagine some of us who have worked closely with them. And yesterday when I was watching my president speak, I could feel it. I could feel it. That the so-called cliche, Bema Nsu, is a sham. Bema Nsu. Bema Super, because Mesupa, Mesu. And I can see that the president has also cried a lot. So Bema Nsu. Bema Nsu there is just
Mr. Nilanti van der Poel, finally before you go, I'm sure you've been monitoring commentaries on social media and even on mainstream, media as well, with Mourning saying that this is a time to crack down on illegal mining. This is the time to take the fight, strongly. At least, I'm sure you've heard that.
At least for the lives of these people, I would say we should go all out. We should go all out and finish these Galamsey people. I will support any decision to go all out in this occasion, because let me tell you, these people have sacrificed their lives for the sake of ending Galamsey. If they have made this sacrifice for us as a country, we have no excuse to end Galamsey. We have no excuse to end Galamsey. I wish that I have that authority. It will be war. Yes, because we can't lose these people, these fine gentlemen, these hard-working, intelligent individuals, and still allow people to be in the forest and in the rivers destroying our environment? No. No. This I wish that the next level of the fight will be in the memory of Omani and the rest. Let's put their names together. It's not to Peshi Vanguard or Peshi nothing. Let's put their names together and go out there and use their name as this thing and go and fight. Let's go fight the Galamsey in their name. Because if Galamsey is going to take lives of these people, then we better also take the life of Galamsey. Yeah, okay. I totally agree. I will support every attempt to now be ruthless in the management and the eradication or elimination of Galamsey. Okay. We should be ruthless. Okay. We should be ruthless. Because, please, Kofi Omanebwama is gone. Murtala Mohammed is gone. Alhaji Muniru is gone. Samuel Sapon, Abuaji. Look at the Air Force officers, these fine officers. Please, I don't think any Galamsey, any ruthless tackle of this Galamsey menace can be equated with the lives we have lost. We should go ahead and finish them. I believe so.
Yeah, as a finally, but you mentioned the names of the 5 government appointees, and I get a sense that these are people you worked closely with, also aside from Murtala Mohammed and then
my
friends,
friends and
Alhaji Muniru.
They are my friends and brothers.
Okay.
So you could. I'm telling you what I'm feeling. I don't know
about Buaji, Alhaji Muniru also.
I said Buaji is my son.
Yeah.
I cannot describe him because it's my son.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much for talking to us. Okay. So we just heard from CEO of the District Road Improvement Program, Milante van der Poel. Now I would have to run quickly because former President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo is here. And we're bringing you shots shortly. We have to do a lot of running to get here. So arriving in a moment will be former President of Ghana. No, okay, so we got the wrong information. Let's see who. Who was arriving here, but in a shot right now is a 2 Ahoy. I see Alice Mold also on there. And some top dignitaries of the NDC.
What has Ghana lost in him and also the other comrades that belong to the NDC?
We've lost good people who should have been around to see the success of the second NDC.
All right, many times I'm going to have to leave you for you to keep going. That's and you are. My name is.
So you just heard there, Atu Ahoy, Ghanaian politician Atu Ahoy, there speaking to the media. So Atu Ahoy is a Ghanaian politician. He served as the board chairman of the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation from 2009 to 2013 in the National Democratic Congress. Top member of the National Democratic Congress.
Do not be surprised about.
Also served in the government of John Evans Atta Mills and as Minister of Energy from 1987 to 1993 during the government of Jerry Rawlings. That was within the PNDC era.
What was your...
Let's speak to more people here. Let's get closer. I saw young activist Felicity Nelson. All else fails. In a shot right now is YEA CEO Malik Basinteli. Here to lay his flowers. Representing the young political class. We have the GCB CEO here with us. He's going to hi.
Professor Benedict
Fusu we have here. Prof, how you doing?
I'm fine.
What's going through your mind when you're laying your flower?
I mean, it's so difficult to really believe that this is really happening. In fact, yesterday, a lot of us just felt that we were having a nightmare and we're hoping that we'll wake up from our dreams just to know that, oh, it was a dream. But as of this morning and right now, it looks like it is real. And it's so heartbreaking. It's just unbelievable that you would say goodbye to your family in the morning. I'm going to work to come, because from the look at things, it was like a return trip. So I'm sure they just told their family that I'm going to work to come. And just to be met by this news, it is so heartbreaking, it is so devastating. And for me to know that they were going for an event that was related to Galamsey, I want to plead that as a country, we cannot continue destroying our environment with so much impunity, and we cannot continue losing so many lives as a result of illegal mining. And so as we mourn as a people, we should also have a reflection of our lives. When I hear about death, what comes to mind is that as a people or as individuals, what would we be remembered for? It is important because we know that there's life after death. What would you be remembered for? And that should guide our path, that should guide how we live our lives. These individuals have worked tirelessly to make sure that things work well in this country. And that is why they actually plan to embark on this trip to just make sure that they find ways to reduce, if not stop, illegal mining, and just for this to happen. So I will call on everyone as a citizen in this country to really come on board and let's all help fight illegal mining, and also to support these individuals, especially the loved ones they've left behind. My heart goes out to them, and our condolences to all the family members, including friends and loved ones. And so I would pray and also ask that we remember the family and loved ones they've left behind and support them in whatever way we can.
What are your fondest memories of those who've lost, the victims?
The smiles, the jokes. I remember very well Dr. Mourning, a member of the communication team. We had retreat. He came to train the communicators. And so it is so heartbreaking. I mean, just Saturday, we're at a funeral, at our Ambassador Sampiali's funeral. And he interacted with a lot of people just for us to wake up Tuesday morning to hear this devastating news. It's so heartbreaking. It is so heartbreaking. Dr. Muneru were on the same manifesto committee on agriculture. I always remember his jokes and his input into the manifesto. And so it's so heartbreaking that this afternoon we are here mourning them. I want to say that we will continue the good work they've left behind and make sure that what they stood
for. Of course, this is Joy News, and this is our live coverage of events at the gardens of the Jubilee House, where Ghanaians from all walks of life are paying tribute to the memory of the 8 individuals that perished in that helicopter accident on Wednesday. 48 hours on, the nation is still mourning the departed soul, and the presidency yesterday declared 3 days of mourning, ending tomorrow with another event at 5 p.m. at the forecourt of the State House. Of course, we are live at the Jubilee House Gardens. We'll bring you more as more dignitaries make their way to the place, lay flowers, and then pay tribute to the memory, of course, to the individuals, including the Defense Minister, Dr. Edward Kofi Omanebuama, Murtala Mohammed, Environment Minister, Dr. Samuel Sapon, Alhaji Miniru, and of course, the other individuals. But this is the pulse here on Joy News. Also live on DSTV channel 421, OTV 125. We are on X Spaces, on YouTube, on Facebook, and of course, on myjoyonline.com. Other stories we are bringing you this afternoon. First Lady breaks down in tears on day 2 of the 3-day national mourning period as grieving Ghanaians lay wreaths and flowers at the ceremonial gardens at the presidency. And of course, details as we take you live to the crash site for the latest update on the ongoing investigations into how the Ghana Armed Forces Z9 military helicopter carrying Defense Minister Dr. Edward Amanebuama, Environment Minister Alhaji Murtala Mohammed, and 6 others went down on Wednesday, tragically killing all 8 on board.
As a member of parliament, I came to Nananom, though we've been coming here since the day, but because it was an emergency situation, we didn't get the opportunity to meet Nananom and sit and decide on certain issues. So we came today to thank them for the cooperation that they've given so far. I think when it happened, they were the people who first went to the scene, and they really cooperated well. They gave us and the security all the necessary support.
And of course, tributes continue to pour in for the deceased, with top statesmen including former President John Kufuor, former Vice President Dr. Mamadou Bawumia, and international bodies, notably the UN ambassadors at the United Nations Security Council, standing in solidarity with Ghana during this moment of national grief. Meanwhile, preliminary results from forensic examination on the deceased are expected within the next 9 hours, with findings anticipated by midnight. We also hear from the sporting community. They are also not left out of this national mourning. We'll hear from the president of the Rugby Africa, Herbert Mensah. This and many more in today's edition of The Pulse, brought to you by Defend Drill, Expectorant, Defend Drill, Breathe Easy, Feel Better. I'm Elton Brobe. Do stay with us. And of course, we are bringing you events that have already taken place and the latest as we speak today, ahead of tomorrow, and of course the days ahead for the final befitting burial and funeral service for the departed Zonal President Mahama is urging national unity and restraint from political point scoring in this first public address following the tragic military helicopter crash that claimed the lives of 2 ministers of state and 6 other high-ranking officials of government and military officers in the Ashanti region. This afternoon, Joy News is back at the base where this tragic incident happened, at Dancy Akrofom to be precise. Investigators are still working around the clock, and preliminary forensic test results on the deceased are also expected within the next 12 hours. But local farmers are complaining of starvation because the investigation have denied them access to their farms as farmlands are cordoned off to pay way for the investigations. We will tell you the plight of these residents living around the Dampia Forest Range impacted by the investigation into the military helicopter accident, as my colleague Emmanuel Bright Keko pitch camp in the area.
We are currently here. We are in the Sikaman Brofiedu community where the incident happened, and just about some few minutes ago, the Member of Parliament for this area and also the District Chief Executive for this area, together with the military men, met with the community members. We do not know what really happened during this engagement with them, but we understand that the forest has been cordoned off, and so community members, that's the community or residents here who own farms in there are unable to actually go inside because this is a security zone. It's for investigation purposes, and so they will need for them to cooperate so that they can actually gather all the parts of the wreckage for them to ensure that any evidence is not tampered with. We'll try and engage with the Member of Parliament for the area and find out more from him what the engagements with the community members are, and also really ascertain what is the next step from the military themselves. And also, Honourable Member, sorry, I want to really engage you on this. I just saw you speaking with community members and some military officers. I want to know what really transpired there.
I think it's a very sad day. Or this happened 3 days today. We are a constituency where we are fighting to get development. We want to be popular, but not in this way. It was that Wednesday, we were expecting to meet at Obuasi, where we launched a very important policy to solve the Galamsey Minas issue, only to be hit by this very terrible and tragic disaster. So as a leader or as a member of parliament, I came to Nananom, though we've been coming here since the day, but because it was an emergency situation, we didn't get the opportunity to meet Nananom and sit and decide on certain issues. So we came today to thank them for the cooperation that they've given so far. I think when it happened, they were the people who first went to the scene, and they really cooperated well. They gave us and the security all the necessary support. So I deem it fit and a very great honor to come and say thank you to them, and also then advise them for them to talk to those who pick something from or anything from the incident site, so that they'll bring them back. We were watching news yesterday, and that one concern was that some who first visited the scene picked some, let's say, pieces of. So it was something that we thought wise to come and talk to them, do announcement, so that if there was something they pick from the scene, they can return it to also assist for the investigation that they need to conduct. We're happy that one of them brought a watch, a watch that he picked from the site or the scene. We have handed over to the leader of the team, the armed force team, who are currently here, and that we also assisted Nananom with something small. At least people are coming every minute or every minute. They have to give them water and other things to also at least as custom demand. So that's why we came as a team, myself and the DC. So far, they've reported that they are living here peacefully with the security team. They've not been harassed or in any way been intimidated in any way. So they are not having any issues with the presence of the military here. And that we've also encouraged them that they should continue to cooperate, and that as government and as a member of parliament, the little we can do to support them, especially for those that cannot access their farms or go to their farms because of the restrictions. We also take into consideration how we can also take care of them for the short time until the ban or the restriction is lifted.
Okay. So, in fact, they are concerned about the fact that this is where they feed from, and if it's going to be cordoned off for the military or the soldiers to retrieve the wreckage, it's going to be quite a difficult time for them to actually feed themselves. What measures are you putting in place to ensure these farmers can also have their livelihoods?
Yeah, so we spoken with the assembly member to give us the list of those affected, so that we will take it up. And that I think we've also spoken with the regional minister. So by the close of today, we hope to get the list, so that we will take that up and support them, so that they can have a meaningful life until the restriction is lifted. So we are working on that, and that before close of today we'll get the list. So for now we are in control.
Okay. And also I want to know, are still some parts of the wreckage still there? Have you been able to take them, the wreckage?
Yeah, according to I don't know the kind of things that they want to pick from the place. I'm not expert, but for the information I have from the leader of the team, that they still need to access the place and pick some parts. So my information is that as we are talking now, there are people on their way coming. Military team is coming, and they'll go to the site as they went yesterday and the first day. So they know the things that they want to. And today I've not been to the site. Yesterday I wasn't at the site, so I can't speak to what really is there and what they want to pick from there. We leave that to the team. the space to do that. We are trying to speak to the community, as peaceful as they are, to continue on to cooperate, so that we will not be seen as bad people, but we are not known for that. Bofedu is very peaceful all the time. They are very kind. They are people who always cooperate when it is needed. So we are only hoping that it will continue like that, as you have seen that there's calmness, nothing like any attacks or anything trying to obstruct anything is happening here. Everybody is ready to cooperate, and that the chief and elders has assured us that they are going to cooperate and that they are ready not to get close to any restricted area. So with that assurance, we hope that everything will be okay for the security to assess and get whatever they need from the scene. Okay. We've also, as a member of parliament and my district chief executive, donated something, a cash amount of 5,000 for the chiefs to hold on to use that for the expenses of certain things that they will need to also do there. And also, as a member of parliament, I've asked that they bring street bulbs to fix at where they need to be fixed, to also brighten the community for them to also have that visibility at night. When the security need to do something, they can also. So we are doing our best so far as this particular tragic is concerned.
Okay, all right, sure. And so that is the member of parliament for Akrofum, Joseph Azuma, if I have the name right. So that's the member of parliament for Akrofum. They just finished a meeting with community members and also some military personnel to help or assist in gathering all the wreckage from the helicopter crash. And so he also says that we understand that some farmers who have their farms or plantation along the way to the scene have been prevented from going into their farms. But he has assured that as any assistance that they will need to have their livelihoods back, they will be given to them. He says that they will be having a list of the farmers. By the end of the day, they should get a list of the farmers who have been affected by this situation. So this is currently the situation on the ground as we speak, in terms of the military pitch camping here to attain or retrieve all the wreckage from the helicopter crash that happened just 2 days ago, claiming the lives of eight of Ghana's good citizens, 8 of Ghana's citizens. That's the Environment Minister, Murtala Mohammed, and also the Defense Minister, Dr. Omane Boama. But I have this farmer with me. I want to engage you. MP assure say obey list by the end of the day no mubenya list of more affected nyina say more bi wo ha de be mamo de amam say na ho fa oh what is unnecessary obey no ya de ya mi shira no okay we pia mo sa kwa no so because it is in the obi ankofu order komo de the tonya na za iska zunia normally ufone den na wo den na yo manchi wo body benke bibia ofumo kokozu ho bibia ofumo sisi asena mo survive den na oye den didi sisi 3 days ni sisi yeto sisi musimi en fo ndi yeto to den efin yeto aduane free oyi store market on the money ayi ni galimu no ni yeto normally in Kebia and Kabuk to Nako from Makope Wawidiane. Woman can a bit more quack of Mediana. Okay. Woman can dear, a bit more quack of Pediana. All right, sure. But I say, we engage a lot more with the community. So he has been explaining that for the past 3 days, they have to resort to buying from the streets, and they are hoping that the appropriate quarters or authorities would assist them, maybe in terms of monetary or anything at all, so that they can get their livelihood back themselves, and also get money to maybe buy food or anything of a sort, to just for the days that the military will be pitching camp here and will be trying to retrieve all the items that were crushed in the helicopter incident. Mame, me pacho minu sundi nkomo na mpacho uwo efo ekwan so ana. Efo wo de ben efo.
Pacho koko efo ni body kakra.
Oh, okay. Na and then we dey na udidi since we ntimi nko inside no.
Pacho, emo na me kotoy, emo so kura mpo me numudi. Eno na me kotoy, na biscuit aberwa. Me bu bobo nsuo. Na me enko ba bia.
Ba meeting na mo koy no then no mo ka che mo say bia mo metimi aboa ma na mo ye den.
Pacho meeting ni de ma nko bi mo mo ka so mbobo aye de. Nti se mbobo aye de a ma dawro ma.
For the next few days, obey den say I'm wanting yamba, obey den personally.
Morning yamba, a mona never cock period at all. A morning badia, na madagma, yes, you would be.
What you didn't then?
But your friends fire at.
All right, sure. And so I have also been speaking with the another resident or a farmer here. She tells me she actually owns a cocoa and plantain farm along the stretch to the scene where this unfortunate incident happened. And as assured by the Member of Parliament for this area, they are gathering a list of the affected farmers to ensure that once they do not have access to their farms, they have another means to get food on their tables as the military or the rescue efforts by the military to salvage or retrieve all the wreckage from the helicopter crash is still underway here at the Sikaman Brofuyedu. So, MFA, this is currently the situation on the ground, and we will be giving you more in our subsequent bulletin as this development also goes on.
Right, so that is the situation from the community where the accident took place at Danse, Akrofum in the Ashanti region. Now, we are back here in the capital, and all morning it's been tears at the Jubilee House Gardens. Let me take you to the ceremonial garden now, where the First Lady Lordina Mahama broke down in tears during the wreath laying ceremony. Take a look. Well, some other government officials have also been paying their tribute to the fallen heroes, including Presidential Advisor for the 24-hour economy, Gusitano, and Professor Joshua Labi.
Lost their officers, who lost their lives in the service of the nation. And we are also here to use this opportunity to wish their families much condolences, and we pray that the good Lord, who knows all things and permits all things, will keep their souls intact with Him, and also be a pillar of comfort to the living, especially their families, and all of us Ghanaians.
Yes.
This is a very sad day or week or period for all of us to see our beloved colleagues in this tragedy. We are here as Council of Elders of the National Democratic Congress to lay the wreath in honor of our colleagues. We'll extend our sympathies to all their relatives, the country, and our head of state, President John Dramani Mahama, for this irreparable loss. May all our colleagues rest in perfect peace.
Today, I led this delegation to discharge this unpleasant assignment. Very unfortunate one indeed. Last Wednesday was indeed a Black Wednesday for this nation. Watching, listening, and observing the pains, the grief across the country, the misfortune that has fallen on us as a nation, we are very saddened. We are heartbroken. And as members of the Inky fraternity and leadership of the Fourth Estate, we can't sit back. We are here to commiserate with the President of the land, the government of Ghana, the families of these gallant soldiers, gallant men who perished through this unfortunate crash, and the leadership of the NDC, as well as the good people of Ghana. We are here to join all of you gathered here this morning and those watching and listening us from far and near to mourn and commiserate with the family, especially the widows, the children, the parents of these gallant men. As I said, it's a national tragedy that has befallen on us, and we owe it a duty to preserve it with much decency and indignity. It's the reason we have cautioned the media and the journalists in this country to be very circumspect during this period as we mourn.
I stand here on behalf of Ghana Prison Service, Ghana Fire Service, Ghana Immigration Service, and Narcotic Control. Today is a bad day, and for us it's so painful because there are some of them we work closely with. And on Monday, we interacted with most of them, only to hear on Wednesday that they have perished. Considering the circumstances under which the bizarre accident occurred, makes us reflect on what life is all about. 1 minute you are talking, 1 minute you are lifeless. I think that it is an opportunity for all of us to reflect on our day-to-day activities and ensure that every minute along the way we have a very good relationship with our Maker. On this day, on behalf of my sister and my brothers and the institutions that we represent here this morning, we commiserate with the President of the Republic of Ghana, the families, young families at that, the widows and the widowers, and the mothers of those we have lost. We can only pray that God, in His infinite wisdom, will make them strong as the days go by. And to everybody here, we say that may the good Lord continue to protect us in the days ahead. As we all know, tomorrow is unknown. May the good Lord protect all of us.
The tragic loss of 8 brave souls who lost their lives in that tragic helicopter crash. I've had opportunity with my colleagues to have worked with all of them very closely. And I must say, their dedication to service, and their sacrifice for their nation is something we shall never forget. It is a colossal tragedy, and our condolences goes to the families of the 8 of them. Our condolences goes to the government and people of Ghana, and our condolences goes to all friends and sympathizers. I'm here with my 3 colleagues who were also very close with them. Fairly well, Dr. Omanibo Amao, who I worked with when I was the campaign manager and who was the director of elections. Fairly well, my brother Mutala from Tamale, very close. And just last Tuesday, I was with Dr. Sapon. Little did I know our conversation was to see him off.
Right, so, but soon we'll take you back to the ceremonial gardens at the Jubilee House where mourners, Ghanaians, you especially if you are watching and you want to pay a tribute, that is the place to go. And laying of flowers and paying tribute to the departed soul. I'll take you live there to bring you the very latest. Ahead of the special program tomorrow at 5 p.m. We'll also be engaging on what is happening. But the global sporting community is also mourning the loss of 8 individuals who tragically perished in a recent helicopter crash, with tributes pouring in from across the world. Now, among the voices leading the call to honor their memory is Herbert Mensah, who is the president of Rugby Africa, who has urged that the legacy of the victims be preserved. In a heartfelt statement, Mensah emphasized the importance of remembering those who died describing the incident as a profound loss not only to their families and communities, but also to the broader fabric of society.
I think we're in a state of mourning. The tragedy that happened yesterday has touched my heart and made me feel incredibly weak. I heard it in the afternoon as I came out of a meeting, and I did not want to believe. All kinds of names were being bandied, and I called offices. Nobody was picking their phone. Thankfully, the Chief of Staff, Julius Deborah, then made an announcement around about 2:15 in the afternoon. And he explained that there had been a loss of life. The names that were mentioned, some of them were familiar, and I think everybody knew some. Of course, the Minister of State, Dr. Edward Omani Boama, who is the Minister of Defense, who was on the flight. Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed, the Minister for Environment, was on the flight. Alhaji Munir Mohammed, the acting Deputy National Security Advisor or Coordinator, was on the flight. My dear friend, Dr. Samuel Sapong, the Vice Chairman of the NDC, I knew him when he was involved in Kumasi, and I ran Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Always a calming voice and a good friend. Didn't always say a lot, but you knew from his actions what he wanted to do. And he has lost his life. There was a former parliamentary candidate in Dr. Samuel Abuaji. There was a squadron leader. There was a flying officer, Chuman Pedu. And there was one Sergeant Ado who was on the flight. The loss of life, a national tragedy. There are many theories. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. And I have to only wonder that God knows best, but there cannot be any greater test of our faith than when it is our people lose lives. My phone has not stopped ringing with calls from all over the continent of Africa, as well as from further afield. And brothers who have sent messages asking what is going on in Ghana, to condolences for the rest of the loss of life. I can only say that the big man upstairs knows better than all of us. And I just pray that everybody will understand, and may their souls rest in peace.
So let me cross over now to the Jubilee House, where the events, that does become the center of attraction after the wreath-laying ceremony yesterday, and now everybody has the opportunity to do so. My colleague, presidential correspondent Maxwell Agbagba, is on standby for me. Maxwell, so it's been a busy day.
ultimate sacrifice has been paid by noble public servants of this country. This is a time of national grief. And I came here to pay my respects to Dr. Omane Boama, a junior colleague in medicine, a friend, and a brother. Dr. Muntala, a very, very close friend indeed. We were so close that even in the heat of a battle of election, we spoke almost every other day, comparing notes and wishing for ourselves the Ghana that we all want to help build. Mr. Samuel Sopon is probably the only KMA mayor in the last 25 years whose tenure I attended every single KMA program that MPs were invited. He was a very, very good friend and somebody we shared lots with. For all these, plus other noble servants of Ghana, life to be perished, all I can say that we politicians must understand that the work we do day in and day out should inure to the ordinary citizens of this country. The welfare and the well-being of the average Ghanaian should be something that we strive for every day. If this can happen, such senior persons on the pursuit of something noble for citizens, then it can happen to everybody. Then it can happen to everybody. So I wish their families in these times, very soon, all the celebrations and the mourning will be off. It will be left to individual women who were married to these gentlemen to grieve together with their children. And that is the time Ghana should show that it won't never forget today. And we should cater for and look after the children, the wives of these noble Ghanaians who perished in the line of duty. But likewise, we politicians must not let Ghanaians feel that we only care for ourselves and that we are putting in place things to make sure that whoever this happens to in this country will be also looked after and have hope for the betterment of Ghana and the hope in the future of this country. Thank you.
Thank you.
So you just had the 2024 running mates of the NPP, Matthew Opoku Prempeh. Let's get closer to him and get more from him.
The government must do everything necessary to safeguard and secure its citizenry.
All right.
So you just had the 2024 running mate of the NPP, Matthew Opoku Prempeh. But let's speak to. I saw Deputy Government Spokesperson Shamima Muslim, Government Communication Minister Shamima Muslim. Let's talk to Shamima. Hello, Shamima. Yeah. Condolences. We're live on Joy News. All of us, isn't it? It's to all of us, my brother. I think this occasion offers us the opportunity to remember our lost heroes, and I'm sure you have a lot to share. I think this is really not the time or the place to share, other than to continue to say thank you on behalf of His Excellency to the people of Ghana and to the other world leaders who have poured in their sympathies and commiserations. We are very grateful for the love that they have shown
all manner of citizens are coming through to pay their immediate respects in memory of our fallen heroes. So we thank all of them, and we'll continue to also appeal that we continue to provide dignified coverage, especially with regards to the issue of the earlier images that came from the site, so that we can help ease the burden that many of the families are going through now. So that's the appeal we continue to make to the media. Please keep providing dignified coverage, and if there are some publications that should not be in the public sphere, please do well to take those harrowing images, heartbreaking images, images that you and I would never want of ourselves to be in the public domain. Let's take them down. But thank you for the love and support.
Thank you too. I know there are a lot of activities lined up. Today is the second day of the national mourning. Tomorrow there is an event at the State House, a night of reflections. Maybe you want to.
Well, so we're waiting to receive the family of Alhaji Limuna. They also want to come and pay respect, and we're also expecting the President of Sierra Leone to pass by. So we are waiting for them presently to receive them and take them through the process. And as you said, tomorrow night at 5 p.m. at the forecourt of State House, there will be a night of reflections and a memorial in honor of the memory of our fallen heroes. So we invite dear citizens to come along and let's remember the life and impact of these young people who served their nation well, who have laid down their life in service to the nation, that God Almighty would receive them in his bosom.
Thank you for talking to us. You just heard the Shamima Muslim, Deputy Government Communications Minister.
Joy News. You said I should stop.
Yeah, Joy News, yes. We are live on Joy News.
Yes.
So we have here now ECOWAS Ambassador here with us. You're welcome to Joy News.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I came on behalf of the ECOWAS Commission to convey condolences on this sad demise of the 8 that were killed in this ill-fated helicopter crash on the 6th of August. You know, this is a loss not only to Ghana, but also to our region, West Africa. And we've been working very closely. Sorry. Are you?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay,
no, we're on.
Okay, yeah. No, I came on behalf of the ECOWAS Commission to convey our condolences on this occasion. We are saddened, and with this occasion, you know, it's unfortunate this accident happened, and we have been working very closely with especially the Minister for Environment, Science and Technology on promoting issues of youth entrepreneurship. But and then also Ghana being a key country in ECOWAS, so we are working closely on issues of regional peace and security. So we stand at this moment with Ghana and the good people of Ghana, you know, to convey our condolences, and we pray for the repose of their soul, and also may God Almighty grant the families the fortitude to bear this irreparable loss.
In some minutes, we'll be receiving the ECOWAS chairman here, the president of Sierra Leone. He'll be coming here to lay a wreath. We've also been hearing from other countries. Just, I think 2 days ago, UN ambassadors at the United Nations Security Council also shared words of commiserations. How important are these words of condolences, coming from all over the world and the diplomatic circles. How important are they in easing the grief that, this country is experiencing?
Yeah, like I said, this is a national tragedy that happened. And like I said, Ghana is a very important country in ECOWAS and also in the global affairs, especially on issues of promoting regional peace and security. So that's why I said, we are standing with Ghana on this occasion, to convey our commiserations for the repose of the souls of the departed, and for God Almighty to grant the families the fortitude to bear this irreparable loss.
Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.
Okay, so you just...
you said President is coming? Okay.
Yes, he'll be here.
Okay.
Yeah, the President of Sierra Leone.
Yes.
Yes, he's scheduled to be here at 4 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just head there. Okay, so in some minutes you'll be seeing in your shots family members of Alhaji Muniru Mohammed, the acting Deputy National Security Coordinator. They'll be here in a moment.
I know the relationship between you, the middle.
It's the... So that's the family of Alhaji Muniru Mohammed. The family of Alhaji Muniru Mohammed, acting Deputy National Security Coordinator, in your shot right now.
Photographer.
We'll be seeing them shortly. Like we mentioned earlier, it is the birthday of Alhaji Muniru. And the family is here. The family is here to lay a wreath. We'll be seeing them shortly. At 4 p.m., remember, we'll be receiving the President of Sierra Leone, who is also the chairman of ECOWAS Commission. He's expected to arrive here at 4 p.m. and he will also be signing a book of condolence. In President Mohammed's address to the nation yesterday, he said, it is not a time for division, speculation, or political point scoring. It is time for strength, for empathy, and for the enduring Ghanaian spirit that still stands tall when all else fails. He said in this moment we should let our words be of comfort, our actions be of kindness, and our unity be the tribute we offer to those whose lives have been lost. Family members of Alhaji Muniru, in your shots right now. So like I mentioned, Limuna Mohammed Muniru, it's his birthday today. Unfortunately, we lost him in that tragic incident. He was a Ghanaian politician who served as the Northern Regional Minister of Ghana. But prior to heading the Northern region, he was Upper East Regional Minister and the Minister of State at the presidency. Heartbreaking scenes here. Heartbreaking scenes here. And this is what we've been witnessing all day. No. Cameras, I think. No, heartbreaking scenes. Heartbreaking scenes. Since that tragic incident happened, out of respect, we're unable to bring you footage of what just happened here. I was telling you, I was providing information about Limuna Muhammad Muniru. He was born on 8th August 1957. He's a Ghanaian politician who served as the Northern Regional Minister of Ghana. Now, prior to heading the Northern region, he was Upper East Regional Minister and the Minister of State at the Presidency. At the time of his death, he was serving as the acting National Security Coordinator for NADMO. Today would have been his 59th birthday. Now, enjoying just some more information about Alhaji Muniru Muhammad, whose family is currently here. Now, at the time they were paying their respect, one of the family members collapsed on the floor. Family members have had to carry her away. And like I mentioned, out of respect, we can't bring you that footage. Family members grief-stricken. So during the first term of President Mohammed's administration from 2012 to January 2017, Alhaji Limuna served as the Northern Regional Minister, the Upper East Regional Minister, the Minister of Food and Agriculture, and the Minister of State in charge of Human Resources Department and Scholarships at the Presidency. He was born in the Savannah region. He comes from the same region as President Mahama. President Mahama from the Savannah region. Alhaji Muniru also from the Savannah region. And yesterday during the president's speech, he mentioned that he had a great bond with the 8 heroes we lost in that tragic incident. In some minutes, we are expecting ECOWAS chairman, President of Sierra Leone, to arrive here on the ground. We'll be signing a book of condolence. And then later, we hear to lay a flower or lay a wreath. Emotional, heartbreaking scenes here. Family members of Samuel Abuaje. In a short, they're leaving now. A book of condolence has been opened simultaneously. We're told that the Ministry of Defense, the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ghana Armed Forces Headquarters, the National Democratic Congress Headquarters, and the head office of NADMO. That's from Sunday, 10th August. So these are family members of the National Vice Chairman of the NDC, Dr. Samuel Sapon, and the young man is speaking on behalf of the family.
Well, we don't have much to say, but since he died in line of duty, we are going to celebrate him as a hero, and I think his legacy will forever remain.
The government says that it is in strong collaboration with you to work out a befitting farewell for your family members. Are you impressed with how things have been managed so far? And if you could tell them anything more that they can do, what would you say?
Well, there's constant communication with the government, the chief of staff and everyone. So I think so far so good. We are impressed with everything they're putting out. And we will still communicate with them and find a final rest of it. Since he died in line of duty, I know the government has to play a role. So we still communicate with them and find a final place for him.
If I may not be too presumptuous, just by looking at you, tell us how you are related to Dr. Sapon.
Well, my dad was my best friend. I talk to him every morning, every afternoon, every evening. He texts me on WhatsApp. We exchange ideas. He was like everything to me. But God knows best. We are just, as human beings, we are just passing by this world. So I have not much to say. All right, thank you.
How would you want that person to remember your dad?
Well, my dad was, I don't know how to describe him, but he was for everyone, both kids and adults and everyone. And even though with his political callous, he opened his hands for both NDC, MPP and everyone. So he was being loved across all borders. All right. Thank you.
Sorry, can you help me with your name, please? Accept our deepest condolences, sir. And that was the family of
So in some minutes, we'll be receiving the president of Sierra Leone here. Helicopter crash. Arriving here now is the boss of the National Health Insurance Authority, Victor Bampo. We'll be speaking to him shortly. NHIA boss Victor Bampo. Yesterday, in his speech, President Mahama mentioned that an investigative board of inquiry has been set up to investigate the cause of the crash. The flight data and cockpit voice recorders have been retrieved. All 8 of the bodies of our departed comrades, he says, have been retrieved. He says the government is also in close touch with the bereaved families. A short prayer there by the National Health Insurance delegation led by its boss, Victor Bampo. Let's get a word from him.
Minister has been very close. What have you lost from a friend?
I can't report to know Dr. Manibuama more than others, but we had a close personal and professional relationship. So with Alaji in Muniru, Mutala. They were all very close personal and professional friends. And indeed, on the Tuesday before, 24 hours before this happened, we were all at the African Health Sovereignty Summit. And Dr. Manibuama sat close to me. He was actually next to me. So I cannot begin to fathom the kind of pain that his family and other friends are feeling. I think this is a huge loss at the personal level, at the family level, national level, and international. And I pray that God gives them rest wherever they are.
And how should we be looking at the death of these 8 people who tragically lost their lives as a people of this country?
I think it's regrettable. First of all, I wish it hadn't happened. It has happened. I think we should learn lessons from it and appreciate people whilst they are serving. I mean, all of them were gallant Ghanaians who gave of their best, and they died during the course of providing service to the nation. And we should honor them, and we shouldn't forget them. This should not be something that we should just let go of easily.
Many thanks to you, Dr. Victor Bampo, the head of the National.
So Victor Bampo, they're leading the National Health Insurance Authority delegation here. Now, in President Mahama's speech yesterday, he mentioned that the black box of the helicopter has been retrieved. And that is very crucial to get into the bottom of the crash. Now, what you usually hear, the black boxes, we're told are not actually black, but they are painted bright orange for visibility and heavily reinforced to survive very tough terrains. So we are told they are not black, they are bright orange instead, but they are called black boxes, and these devices are painted orange. Hey, what happened? What happened?
Lewe
Right, so more dignitaries in the president of Sierra Leone, Mada Bio, just touched down. He was met at the Kotoka International Airport by the Deputy Chief of Staff, Anoyi Bampo, and then ushered to the Jubilee House. He's paid his dues. He's paid his condolences to the President of the Republic and laid a wreath on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone. He's also chairing the ECOWAS body. So basically the reason why he's in town. And we also heard from families of the late Dr. Samuel Sapon, the families of Alhaji Miniru, who coincidentally today is his birthday, and unfortunately he's not alive to celebrate it. Now, another matter we are also looking forward to is the remains to come back from South Africa so that they can be properly identified for the necessary barrier enclosure. And the analysis to identify the charred remains of the victims is already underway in South Africa. Authorities say preliminary results could be available as early as today. Now, already almost 5 p.m., and we're still waiting to get our result from South Africa. Interior Minister Alhaji Mohamed Muntaka Mubarak provided further details.
Mortal remains of Defense Minister Dr. Edward Omanibuama and Environment Minister Dr. Murtala Mohammed, along with 6 others who tragically lost their lives in a helicopter crash yesterday, have been transported to South Africa to conduct a DNA on their bodies to be able to identify who is who. Now, when the incident happened in the Ashanti region yesterday, they were burnt beyond recognition, and due to that, it has been difficult to identify the bodies with the individuals. Interior Minister Muntaka Mubarak had a few words to say.
But to speed up the investigation, obviously we need to do further examination and investigation just for the avoidance of doubt. And some of the forensic that needs to be done, taking samples have to be done outside the country. So that's why we are trying to fast track, and you see all that. I want to thank the families sincerely for all the cooperation that we've had from them and the support they've shown. We know they are grieving, they are in a hurry to have their family members so that they can attend them. But we are happy that they are cooperating with us because it's not just about burying. It's beyond burying, trying to establish what happened, how things went, so that we avoid it into the future. We've been working around the clock just to speed up everything. We are hoping that in the next 6-12 hours, they will be able to give us some results.
Their bodies are expected back in Ghana as soon as the DNA is concluded. They were accompanied to South Africa by some Ghanaian delegation, which included officials from the Criminal Investigation Department. Or the family of Muntaka Mohammed, who is a Muslim, would have wished that he was buried today according to the customs of Islam, but due to the nature of how they were burned, that wish will have to wait. From the Kotoka International Airport, my name is Kenneth Jesse for Joy News.
Well, related to this, the Ghana Academy of Forensic Scientists in the statement are raising concerns about the handling of the crash scene and how the victims were transported.
I think our statement that we issued yesterday stems from the fact that the way and manner that the dead was treated wasn't dignified. We saw a couple of footages online where, certain elements that were actually used to transport the bodies were not the appropriate, body bags that were supposed to actually have been used for that. That is one. So apart from the transportation, the way the footages were taken were not dignified. In fact, this is a problem with the media, the locals, and all of us. And I think it comes up to the point that because we don't have a national forensic policy or strategy, people do not really understand how to be able to manage some of these situations when they arise. Because you have seen, I suppose, on social media, footages of child bodies and all of that, and it is not the best way to handle dead bodies. You should handle them with that respect that is needed. Again, some of the locals are said to have picked pieces of the wreckage back home as memorabilia and all of that, and in situations like this, it could be just a bit of that piece that is taken home. That would be an answer to, the antecedents that actually led to the crash. So that is why we are naturally happy with the way it was handled. And largely it is due to the fact that there's lack of education for all of us, including the media. You could see media personnel chasing the grieved and even asking, how do you feel about your loss and all of that, putting them through that trauma and all of that. So I think if we have a national forensic policy document, it would go a long way to be able to help address some of these challenges going forward. Yes, I think formally we haven't been contacted, but we did indicate in our press release that we are more than happy to lend our expertise, our support to government or any investigative body that is actually involved in unraveling the events that actually led to this tragic, event, because in forensic science, we are able to put all the pieces together to reconstruct the happenings before, accidents and all of that. And it is one of the roles that forensic scientists are going to play to actually be able to help get to the bottom of it, to know what actually led to the crash in the first place.
You talk about just a little piece of the wreckage that could really matter a lot during investigation. Yeah. That is quite clear. On the way the bodies were transported, do you think that it can really impede any form of investigation? I mean, DNA collection and also what they were hoping to receive today. Does it affect it in any way? And which better way could it have been done?
Well, why we thought they should have used body bags is that it has public health implications. Because those who are going to carry these bodies, their lives will be at risk. You don't know what you're carrying, whether there are some pathogens, disease-causing organisms that you're going to, come in contact with by way of transferring these bodies in, inappropriate material to the mortuaries and all of that. But again, because of the fact that the bodies are charred, in situations like this, you have what we call co-mingled bodies. You have pieces of bodies that you're not sure whose parts these bodies are. So you have to be able to handle them with care and put them in a zipped up body bags to get to the mortuary. So the forensic pathologist or the general pathologist will do the autopsy, pick the pieces together and be able to help in the identification process. That is why we're talking very much about this forensic policy document, because if we do have something like that, all the agencies involved will be prepared all time, to be able to carry along what is needed to these sites to be able to do, what is to be done according to international best practices. If you even go to the Interpol website, it spells out all of these things, how these things are handled and all of that, so we can all be okay and not have any problem going forward for those who are handling and then subsequently identify the bodies. But to talk of the way and manner by which they carry the bodies affecting the DNA testing, that it can only make it complex, but it wouldn't affect anything. Mind you, in DNA testing, we have what we call direct testing, like paternity testing, maternity testing. You just take 2 samples from 2 separate people and compare whether they are same. But in this instance, you have 8 people, and one profile could have 8 different people's DNA. So that makes it complex, difficult for you to be able to decipher whose DNA is this, whose profile is this, to be able to use mathematical inclinations to be able to decipher all of that. That makes it a bit difficult. So it's not like the normal DNA testing that people are talking of for paternity or maternity testing.
Right, so we'll continue to bring you live coverage from the Jubilee House. But now my part is over. I'm heading over to commiserate with the bereaved. For more stories, log on to our website, myjoyonline.com. The coverage continues. My name is Elton Bobby. Have a good weekend and take care.